Welcome back, my fellow cultivators, to the one and only Donghua family. The place where we cultivate with drama and overcome our tribulations with deadlines. Today, we're going to spill the tea on one of the most important treasures belonging to our main character, Hanli. Yes, none other than the infamous, drama-filled pot, the Void Heaven Cauldron. The story goes like this. After grinding his ass off, our boy Hanli finally broke through to the nascent soul stage, becoming a true big shot. It was then that his virtual assistant, Inu, whispered a world-shattering secret to him. Master, that pot you risked your life to snatch? It's not just any old pot, it's the real deal, a heaven-reaching spirit treasure. At that moment, Hanli must have been grinning from ear to ear, already imagining himself conquering the world with this cauldron in hand. But life is never that simple. This high-end pot turned out to be a total diva. It was incredibly pretentious and high maintenance. To control it, Hanli had to successfully crack a super difficult, ice-cold proprietary software called the Qianlan Ice Flame. To add insult to injury, when he checked inside, the pot was spotless, as if an industrial cleaning crew had just been through. Thanks to previous cultivators messing with it too much, the once great treasury was now completely empty, except for two power banks called heaven-mending pills. He thought he'd hit the jackpot, but all he got was an empty shell with a couple of supplements. What a scam of the century. But who is our brotherly? He's the indomitable main character who never gives up. He tirelessly grinded his levels, and only after reaching the mid-nascent soul stage did he finally hack the Qianlan Ice Flame. At that moment, an ancient, highly secure, user manual.pdf called the Donghua Ju appeared in his mind. This was the exclusive guide for using high-end heaven-reaching spirit treasures, each with its own unique manual, just like an exclusive Apple product incompatible with anything else. After studying this manual, which was more difficult than a quantum physics textbook, Hanli could finally perform a truly mind-boggling feat, stuffing the entire pot into his body to slowly train it. The process sounds horrifying, but it's like installing super heavy software onto your own body. Every day, he had to chant the incantation, pour in his spiritual energy, and basically brainwash its spirituality until it obediently recognized him as its master. It was exactly like raising a pet. You have to feed it and talk to it every day. However, this luxury item had a fatal flaw: no two-factor authentication or Face ID. This meant it wasn't a life-bound treasure and could be hacked and stolen by a skilled expert at the right moment. Of course, the thief couldn't use it right away. They'd have to take it home and painstakingly reformat the hard drive and reinstall Windows, that is, use their own Donghua Ju to nurture it and erase the previous owner's imprint. Ironically, the manual was level-gated like an online game. Level 1, Beginner requires mid-nascent soul cultivation. Level 2, Professional requires late-nascent soul cultivation. Level 3, Final boss, sorry. Please come back after you've reached the spirit transformation stage. So, after all that grinding, Hanli could only master the first level, allowing him to borrow a tiny bit of the cauldron's power, like a demo version with limited features. Hanli said, "I am deeply hurt." Fortunately, while its direct attack power was a bit lame, the cauldron had some incredibly annoying support skills, perfect for being a game breaker. It could shoot out thin, sticky threads to tie up an opponent's treasures. Even better, it could capture a nascent soul that was using its blink ability to escape. A true nemesis for those who like to run away. Time flew by, and one day, while peacefully farming on the Qianlan Plains, Hanli got caught up in the most over-the-top drama. Just for showing off his pet, the gold-devouring beetle, he was ganged up on by a whole squad of cultivators. In the heat of battle, he was sneak-attacked by a grand cultivator who, leaving him severely injured and nearly game over. In this dire moment, the final boss, the Qianlan Holy Maiden, appeared. This lady's motto was clearly, if you can't win, call your friends. If your friends can't win, summon your pet. She went all out, summoning a holy beast's avatar from the spirit realm to finish Hanli off. The climax of the drama was when she pulled out a pot that looked exactly like the Void Heaven Cauldron, called the Holy Cauldron. And so, we were treated to the one and only great war of pots and pans in cultivation history. The moment the two cauldrons faced off, the heavens must have been speechless. On one side, the authentic, limited edition. On the other, the Wish.com version. The outcome was predictable. The real deal is just different. The Void Heaven Cauldron not only suppressed, but also swallowed the fake Holy Cauldron and the Saintess's pet. After this legendary battle, Hanli made a legendary move. He cosplayed the iceberg, Cultivator Edition, freezing himself and floating down a river all the way to the Great Gene. That holy cauldron was, in fact, a shoppy version of the Void Heaven Cauldron, a knockoff. Rumor has it that a genius from the Toulon tribe once had a video call with the holy beast's true form in the spirit realm, a rat named the Heaven-Probing Rat King, and this rat leaked the design for the Void Heaven Cauldron. Unbelievable. A heaven-reaching spirit treasure's secret was exposed by a rat. So, who is the genius designer behind this authentic masterpiece? Why was it so powerful? Its creator was a boss lady of the cultivation world, a strong female lead/mad scientist named the Ice Soul Fairy. She didn't invent it from scratch. She got lucky and found a leaked secret document from the immortal world called the Golden Jade Tome, which was like a leaked recipe from a 5-star Michelin restaurant. So she tinkered and DIY'd the Void Heaven Cauldron, creating the Qianlong Ice Flame software on the side just to make things harder for future generations. After finishing her project with the heart of a true backpacker, she traveled the world. When she arrived at the scattered star seas, she casually built the Void Heaven Palace and left the pot there as an Easter egg for a worthy successor. Her journey was a series of successful startups. She reached the spirit transformation stage, returned to the Great Gene to found her own company, the Minor Polarity Palace. Even after ascending to the spirit realm, she was still a total badass, establishing the Su family and almost getting invited to the board of directors of Heaven's Abyss City. But on one of her trips into the wilderness to find inspiration, this legendary boss lady went missing without a trace, leaving behind the story of a powerful woman and her legendary pot. So there you have it. From a dusty antique to a combat weapon, and then a key to an even bigger secret, the journey of this cauldron and our brotherly is still long. Will it help him open the treasures of the Heavenly Court? Or will someone hack it along the way? If you found this review of pots and pans entertaining enough, don't forget to toss Donghua family a like and a comment so we have the motivation to spill the tea on other treasures. For now, we're out. Peace out.